It's district tournament time. The Lady Panthers and the Lady Flyers go at it next here on Cable 10.
Call David Toll's Auto Pro for all your automotive needs.
Don't let your car keep you from making important plans. Take it to David Toll's Auto Pro, 515 Duncan Road and 1348 Versailles Road.
We depend on the internet for so much these days, but not all Kentuckians have access to reliable broadband service. That's why Kentucky Farm Bureau joined the American Connection Project, and we now provide free Wi-Fi access from the parking lots of nearly 200 KFB locations across the state. You see, Kentucky Farm Bureau does more than just insure homes and autos. We help ensure that more Kentuckians stay connected. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Welcome everyone to the F.D. Wilkinson, the newly renovated F.D. Wilkinson Gymnasium. Here on Ewing Street in downtown Frankfort, the Lady Panthers are the hosts of this year's 41st District Tournament. We've got a tall task here. I'm Clint Goins, with me Jason Hyatt, and the Lady Panthers are steadily improving year by year, but Franklin County, for the first time since 2009, have finished in first place during the season of the 41st District. And should they win, the Lady Flyers that is, it'll be the first time they've won the district since 2008. So,
yeah, it's a good season for the Flyers this year, Clint. Coach Dale Adkins has his girls rounding into form here down the stretch. They come in 8-1 in district play this year, 18-11 overall. But they split with Great Crossing, and I know that Great Crossing's a good program too, and so I think they each took one at home. So, we anticipate that may be the championship matchup, but you got to get through a Frankfort High team tonight that comes in. I believe they got a win over Frankfort Christian to get into this matchup here. So, hey, that's positive momentum, right?
That's right. They won the play-in game, as it were, against the Lady Royals of Frankfort Christian. Also a very young program. We were talking to Frankfort High coach Kelsey Turner before the match, and I think she said she has 2 seniors on the team.
I think one of them was injured most of the season,
and they got no juniors. So
yeah,
sophomores, freshmen, and 8th graders make up the vast majority of the Frankfort High volleyball team. Now, Dale Atkins over at Franklin County, he's got, I won't say he has a lot of seniors. I think he only has 2 himself, but he's got several juniors and several sophomores and a couple of freshmen, maybe 3 freshmen. I learned earlier when talking to Coach Atkins that Isabel Cecil, she goes by Izzy, just passed the 1,500 assist mark in her career. She's a senior and is by far the leader in assists at Franklin County High School. And at Sophie DeVour, who's just a sophomore, but Sophie is very close to getting 1,000 kills in her career with Lady Flyers. My guess is by the time she graduates, she'll have 2,000 kills. So she is she's number 1. Look for her on the Franklin County side. Izzy Cecil is number 4. Frankfort High had they lost Sophie Reynolds, a pretty good, the tallest player on the team, I think. She was a sophomore. They lost her early in the season due to a leg injury, I believe. And number 1, as they're introducing the teams right now, is Kendall Cook, and she's probably their best player. And Kendall is just a sophomore. So the two number ones for both teams will be the ones to look for, I think, in this match tonight.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it, Clint. I mean, for Franklin County, I expect to hear that Cecil to DeFore combination early and often. Cecil just a really good setter, and when DeFore gets up there, she brings the thunder. So, watch out on the Frankfort High side. But, yeah, Kendall Cook, she's a sophomore. Of course, we've seen her over on the basketball court as well.
Yeah.
And that athleticism and ability, it really translates over to the volleyball court as well. She's a good up-and-coming player for the Lady Panthers.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The thing I like about Class A athletics is that you have several multi-sport athletes at a small school like Frankfort High, and I like to see that. You see much less of that at larger schools. And in football, I think Franklin County is a 4A school, so they are much bigger, graduating about 200 students each year, and Frankfort High will graduate around 50. So, they're roughly 4 times as large as Frankfort High. So they have a lot more pool of athletes to pull from. So that helps them. Okay, we're about ready for the national anthem. We'll step aside shortly and come back with the first serve after this.
Let us now honor and respect their efforts in our country with the playing of our national anthem.
We should take this time to mention the assistant coaches here at Frankfort High. Kelsey Turner is assisted by Jacob Rexroth and her husband, Garrett Turner. For Franklin County, Dale Atkins is assisted by Susan Hellard and Chris Schimler, who happens to be Sophie DeFore's mother and a pretty fair volleyball player herself. I guess that's where Sophie got some of her skills from.
Yeah, I know for Frankfort High that for Kelsey and Jacob, this is their first go-round into the, coaching world. So I think they've done a pretty good job getting that program going. I know they've got their sights for, bigger and better things going forward as well.
Yeah, she told us before the match that they just got approval to start a middle school program at 2nd Street School, so they will be introducing that, I think, here in the probably playing a spring season. I think they're going to start practice perhaps next week. There's Kelsey Turner right there, her first year as a head coach. She had assisted Scott Hudson, I believe, at Western Hills previously for a couple of years, but the girls seem to like her. I think it's easier, quite frankly, for a female to be a coach of a female volleyball team. You know, they can relate to things a lot better than a male coach might. Not to say that male coaches are bad. It's just, I think it's maybe a little bit more difficult for them at the high school level, particularly because they've never been a teenage female and never will be. Okay, Franklin County serves it up, and they technically get an ace.
That was Hetty on the serve.
Lorraine Hetty, a sophomore. Good pass there by the Lady Panthers. Another strong hit by the Lady Flyers. That's Alana Romero Lozano.
Yeah, Romero Lozano, she is the second leading hitter for this Franklin County team behind Sophie DeFore.
And just a freshman, too.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt DeFore is the leader. She's got 418 kills on the season, but second place on the team with 165 is Romero Lozano.
That attack goes out of bounds, and Hetty remains serving for the Lady Flyers. I was able to see every team in the county. That's off the fingertips of Kendall Cook, I believe, except for the Lady Flyers. I saw the Lady Royals play, the Lady Panthers play, the Lady Wolverines play, but I did not make it to a Lady Flyers game this season.
First time for everything.
That's right. So if I mispronounce one of the names of the Lady Flyers, I apologize. That is not usually the case. And they're going to call a double contact right there. Steve Spratlin is your down ref, and I think, yep, that's a good call. Tight. You don't usually see that in high school, but this is district play. Your up ref, I think, is Kevin Graynick.
And that was Izzy Cecil that got whistled for that. Probably a rare mistake for the senior.
Blocked there by Cook, I think. But Romero Lozano puts it away for the Flyers.
It's interesting that they're going to that left side to Romero Lozano pretty frequently here.
My guess is Kelsey Turner, if she's done anything, she's coached her team up on about before. And like, whatever you do, keep an eye on number one. That's a dink, and they go to number one this time, and Kendall Cook and Callie Craycraft put up a block, but
I wasn't sure who it was. That may have been Craycraft that got a piece of it, but out of bounds.
And we have our first timeout. Frankfort High calls it. The Lady Flyers, nope, it was Cook that got a little piece of it. The Lady Panthers call the timeout. Lady Flyers lead 6-1 here on Cable 10.
Game of the Week is brought to you by David Tolles Auto Pro. You're in good hands with David Tolles Auto Pro. Bring your vehicle to us for the best repairs in the Frankfort area. 2 locations at 1348 Versailles Road and 515 Duncan Road. And check us out at davidtollsautopro.com.
Game of the Week is brought to you by J.O. Osborne with the Franklin County Farm Bureau. The Franklin County Farm Bureau's J.O. Osborne wishes all of our local teams a healthy, competitive, and successful season. J.O. and Kentucky Farm Bureau have been insuring Frankfort since 1943. With them on your team, when you experience a loss from an accident or storm, it can be a real game changer.
Back to serve for Franklin County. Number 3, Lauren Parker. She is also just a freshman. Cook with the pass, Craycraft with the set, and Cook able to put it down.
First kill of the night for the Panthers. No surprise that it was Kendall Cook delivering the heat there.
That's right. That's a combination that the Panthers probably would like to see a lot of tonight. DeFore goes over the block this time, and Frankfort High passes it out of bounds. Lindsay Pfister, the libero for the Flyers, serves it up. DeFore with the dink, but it's picked up. Craycraft goes to the strong side, but she's going to be called for a mishandle. There's Kevin Gramig, the up ref.
We've had a double contact on each side so far now.
Bump set this time. We often see that. Once you get whistled for hands, the next set's going to be a bump set.
That was a pretty good shot there going cross court, just a little bit wide, but had the right idea.
There's a look at Lindsay Pfister. Oh, a hubby wife serve. You take it. No, you take it. No, you take it.
I think that was Luking and Efron. They're giving the old, no, not me, it's you.
Yep, and Luking, admitted that it was probably her ball. So that serve goes long, almost contacted by the Panthers. But Kendall Cook now serving it up. Overpass, almost out of bounds regardless. And I think that may be Franklin County's first side out point, or Frankfort High's first side out point, I think.
I believe you are correct on that.
Cook waits for the whistle, serves it up. Nice touch there by DeFore.
They went with the quick one to DeFore, and she was able to just drop it in right over in the little empty spot there.
Here's another look at it. I think she may have jumped a little bit too early, but she was able to.
Probably can catch the defense on their heels a little bit, preparing for the big hit.
Yeah. Free ball here for Frankfort High. Don't see many of those from the Lady Flyers, and that is long.
Nice watch from Parker there, realizing that was going to sail out of bounds.
Serving now for the Flyers is Isabel Cecil. Into the net. Destiny Sims, another freshman, will be serving for Frankfort High. We go over to the weak side for DeFore, and she's able to put it down.
You're going to be able to see the height that she gets right here off of that back set.
Yes, and she can hit from anywhere in the court, and Cecil will set her regardless of where she is. Upset here to the left-hander.
That was Romero Lozano on the block.
That's Ella Luking, the left-hander. There she is, number 8. She's one of the few seniors.
Pretty good rally that time all the way around, and then ultimately it was Porter there, couldn't quite dig it out of the net.
Cook was camped out waiting on that hit from Romero Lozano. This will be a free ball coming from the Frankfort High Libero.
Was that a net violation we had on Franklin County?
You know, I was looking at paperwork and did not see it. It may have been a double contact. The ball was spinning a lot when it came off the setter's hands. Romero Lozano brings the heat again, but Kendall Cook is there to get it up for Frankfort High. She takes a little bit off that time, and that swing is into the net.
Yeah, just a little short on the kill attempt, but great dig right there by Kendall Cook. That's a couple that she's had now.
A good job by Craycraft pushing her teammate out of the way, like, hey, I'm the setter here, get out of my way. Sometimes you got to do that, you know. This will be a free ball coming. Cook, Craycraft, and they call her for a double again.
It was really a pretty good spot. I'm not even sure who it was that sent that free ball over, but a nice job of putting it up over to the corner, making Cook have to go chase it down.
A little bit long. I think that was Luking on the swing. Ella Luking, I believe.
She could have taken just a little bit off of that. She'd have been in business, but with those long arms of the Flyers at the net, that makes it more difficult.
That was Perkins serving for the Lady Flyers, and
miscommunication there.
Yeah. Each team is allowed 2 timeouts per set. Frankfort High has called their second one. They trail by 10 on Cable 10.
In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do,
and families are why we do it.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher. Choose local realtors that treat you like family, because real estate is what we do and families are why we do it.
We thank you for joining us here for the 41st District Tournament, and we also thank our sponsors like Tim and Rebecca Hubbard for helping us bring this to you. There's a look at Dale Atkins, and in the background you can see Tracy Spickard, the athletic director at Franklin County. Oh, it was in. Kelsey Turner trying to encourage the line judge, but yeah, I think that was in.
Yeah, I think that was Lily Ballantyne, who's praying and hoping, please go wide, please go long, go somewhere. Fell right in the corner.
That's a good serve. I think it's Perkins still back there serving. Another deep one. That one does go long. In case you're somewhat new to volleyball, they don't go to 21, they go to 25. So you gotta reach 25 points and you gotta win by 2. Except if it goes to a 5th set. That was a good dig by, I think that was Luking back there. And oh man, you hate that to happen when someone makes a great dig like that and then you can't get the ball over the net.
Yeah, the effort and the hustle is there for the Panthers. It's just, you know, the constant onslaught that keeps coming from the other side of the net is difficult to keep up with.
Well, the good thing for the Lady Panthers is that, you know, they're going to graduate 2 seniors, but they've got a lot of young players playing against good volleyball teams, and that will pay off eventually. Craycraft to Cook. There it is. That's the combination they like.
Yeah, Coach Turner's going to want to see more of that.
Good pass, a good set, and Cook able to hit it over Logan Hurley.
Yeah, you said it, Clint, that, you know, that all started with good pass. That's the key, is on that initial serve, getting it to where your setter can even get a good set up for Kendall Cook or whoever she wants to go to. And that one, they played that to perfection, really.
Right. If you don't have a good first pass, then you are what they call out of system, and it makes it difficult. Well placed ball there by the Lady Flyers.
That was Logan Hurley sending it deep
into that corner. Lauren Parker back to serve now for the Lady Flyers. Set in the back row. Cook able to get a hand on it, but didn't slow it down much. DeFore with the kill.
Yeah, DeFore basically just swinging free at this point. You can put it anywhere on the court that she wants to.
There's a bad first pass, and that forces Frankfort High into a free ball situation. DeFore, I think, poked it over, but it's wide.
Trying to place that one.
Kelly Craycraft. Ella Luking checks back in for the Panthers as Valentine goes out. Craycraft, a pretty consistent server. That's an overpass on the Lady Flyers' part. So Frankfort High gets another side out point.
A good awareness by Cook to be right there. Not waiting for it, going and being aggressive.
A good court awareness by Ella Luking to let that ball go out of bounds and not play it. DeFore, she's blocked by Cook, and Kendall Cook, the MVP of that play. Frankfort High scoring 2 back-to-back side-out points, and Craycraft back to serve again. Here's another look at it.
Yeah, good extension by Cook, getting those hands up right over the net, good and strong.
DeFore goes line. Gets the kill. Don't see many high school players go line. They will almost always swing cross court.
Well, she tried that last time, and Cook put it right back down, so I guess she said, I'll try the other way.
Yeah. Pfister serving. Frankfort High unable to make a good pass. They foul tipped it out of bounds. To borrow a phrase from baseball, which has the playoffs going on right now. That's a good pass there, but it's a little tight. That was dangerously close to being.
I see it right here.
As long, all it has to do is be in the plane, and I think it was. So good play by DeFore.
Yeah, you could tell the referees they could tell that was coming. They were watching for it. So if they say it's good, I trust them.
Yeah. DeFore takes some off of that one. They go to her again. She goes line again. Cook gets a piece of it, but DeFore puts it away, and that was set point. Frankfort High wins the first one, 25-12. We'll be back with the second set right after this on Cable 10.
If your property has trees, you know they add beauty and value, but they also have the potential to do serious damage. That's where the team of pros at Estate Tree Service come in. From trimming and shaping to complete removal, including stumps, the team at Estate Tree Service gets the job done, even in an emergency. Estate Tree Service has been the area's premier tree service since 1957, and our long list of satisfied clients can tell you why. The name you know and trust, Estate Tree Service.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Estate Tree Service. We have a solution for all your tree care needs. Estate Tree Service provides expert tree care and preservation. Call 502-229-5258 for a free estimate.
Bob Allen is Kentucky's deal maker. Shop Bob Allen of Frankfort for a winning selection of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, as well as quality late model pre-owned. Click and save at boballenfrankfort.com.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Bob Allen. Bob Allen is Frankfort's dealmaker. Visit Bob Allen's new state-of-the-art showroom at 925 Versailles Road and discover Central Kentucky's best selection of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models, as well as pre-owned. Shop boballenfrankfort.com.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Traditional Bank. When your business is looking to win, with tough competition around every corner, you need high performers backing you up. Traditional Bank's local team will stand by your side as a trusted partner, your friendly neighbor, and your biggest fan. It's time to make the switch. Traditional Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back, folks. Mr. Hyatt, let's take a look at some of the highlights of set one.
You can see there the early introductions, and the Flyers certainly dominated that first set.
Yeah, winning 25-12.
And I was thinking as we see that was, I believe, the opening serve there from Lorraine Hetty, getting an ace to get things started for the Flyers.
And we saw Romero Lozano get several kills. Here's one right there as she goes line.
Yes, you were right. It was Romero Lozano early, and then it was Sophie DeFore late.
But Frankfort High had their moments. Whenever they could get Craycraft and Cook together, they could combine for a few side-out points. There's a little miscommunication there by Frankfort High. The dink by DeFore. And here is another nice play.
Luking, I think, to put that one down.
Yeah, that was Abigail, the younger sister of Ella, I believe, puts it down. So that's a little bit of how set one looked. Franklin County with the, I'd say, relatively easy win for them. They are the #1 team, finished #1 team in district play. Just one set ahead of Great Crossing.
I was going to mention there on that last point, talking about for people who may not be all that familiar with volleyball, you may have noticed that Frankfort High hit the ball 4 times. And the reason that was not a problem is because the first hit was a block by Kendall Cook, and blocks do not count against you, so they were still able to get 3 hits after that. So just because your team contacts the ball 4 times doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything wrong.
That's right. I hadn't thought about that. That is something that probably confuses some people. Nice, powerful swing by Romero Lozano, and
I think that one went into the net, though.
huh. I thought Kendall put a block, but it came down on her side. But apparently, it came down on the other side. So good serve there, good deep serve by Frankfort High. DeFore. Craycraft with the bump set to the back row. Ella Luking bumps it over. Oh my goodness. Don't you hate that?
Well, you know, it's funny. I was just thinking, focusing more on the Franklin County side of the court. You know, we've seen the Panthers have a few instances in that first set where, you know, two girls got caught looking at each other, not sure who was supposed to hit it. And on the other side for Franklin County, if you watch, they've got two girls going for it every time. You know, they're almost fighting for it. They are not going to let the ball hit the ground just because nobody made an attempt at it.
Ace serve there by the Lady Flyers. And another ace serve as the libero for Frankfort High unable to handle that one.
It was Lily Efron with the shank off the right arm.
Efron gets it over the net that time, but just barely. Romero Lozano, Efron digs that one up. It's going to be tight, and Cook hit it, and then she was the only person near her.
Well, she got caught in no man's land. I think she jumped thinking that it was going to be right at the net.
Yeah.
And then she decided to let it come down, and by that point, she was just kind of hanging in midair with not much she could do with it.
Yeah, I can't hit it again. So Efron, free ball for the Flyers. Romero Lozano tips it over. That's a nice set. DeFore, free ball to Frankfort High now. We've got the Craycraft Cook combo. And wow, you don't see that a lot.
Well, that was as big of a windup as we've seen out of Cook all night. And I think she kind of got big eyes on that one. That was, you know, everything was so good.
The thing that got me was you see the up ref change his mind. You know, he called it out of bounds and it never cleared, but Coach Kelsey Turner argued that there was contact by Franklin County, and he said okay, but Flyers didn't have it long. They were called for the double contact.
And that double contact is when you're trying to, you know, make a pass or a set with your hands kind of over your head there, and if it doesn't come out clean, you see the ball spinning around, they're going to whistle them for a double contact.
Yes, it's supposed to hit both your hands at the same time and leave both your hands at the same time. We got a sub in for the Flyers. That's Lauren Parker. She will go back to serve it up. That pass did not go the way they wanted it. No, there is not an earthquake going on in downtown Frankfort. We just have people standing on the camera platform, shaking it a little bit.
I think it was DeFore who had a little nifty little play there. Acted like she was going to go up for the set and then put it over with the left hand real quick.
They run a lot of fakes, Franklin High does. That one creeps over the net. Craycraft bumps it over before it calls for it. And hits it in a good spot. Making it a difficult play for either one of the Frankfort High back row players back there. think it was Ella Luking that played it, but she had to reach for it pretty good.
I saw Coach Turner come over, and she was having a discussion with the down ref, and they're still talking about something. I'm not sure exactly.
Probably wants a lineup check. They can ask for a lineup check.
I think she's getting the Band-Aid.
Oh, okay. They can ask for that too. So that's Luking, I think, that needed some small medical assistance. Pfister will be back to serve. Lindsay Pfister, a senior. Oh, that's a nice pass, and that should have been Craycraft's ball, but she may have hollered help. If you can't get to it, if you're the setter, the second ball belongs to you. And if you can't get to it, you holler help, and maybe she hollered help and nobody heard her, or
yeah, because you could see Luking, she went ahead and started stepping out wide for an approach, and Cook just, I'm not sure she even knew where the ball was because it was coming over the top of her head.
Often teams will have a backup setter that whenever the setter calls help, they know that it's their job to take that ball. Before, or I think it was before, jumped just a little bit too early and was on the ground. There's a good look at Izzy Cecil. Cook. How that got over the net, I have no idea. Before splits the defenders.
I was just getting ready to say Franklin County's not been nearly as sharp in this second set, and that's led to this being a 7-6 game, but they get back to their roots, getting a nice set and hit to the 4.
Logan Hurley checks back in for the Flyers. Bump set here to, I think that was Ella Luking. That was outside of the antenna. There's a look at Logan Hurley right there.
It's Destiny Sims on the serve.
Good up there. Oh, surprised that wasn't a double contact, but a nice block, and that wasn't Cook. I don't know who that was. That may have been Craycraft. Let's take another look at it. Not really sure who it was, but a good block by Frankfort High. Deep serve, but it's too long. The Panthers were able to tie it up there ever so briefly. Romero Lozano checks back in. Franklin County has the luxury to have front row and back row players. Frankfort High, not so much. Another big block.
It was one of those, I'm not sure, was it blocked or into the net to start with?
Well, she was there.
The end result's the same.
I think that's Abigail Luking. Maybe a little bit of both, but I'm going to give her credit for the block.
I'm going to give her credit for the kill. Romero Lozano bringing it.
Pfister checks back out. You can only sub 18 times in any given set unless it's the libero. The libero is the person wearing the different colored jersey on each side. They can come in and out as often as they want, but they can never play the front row. They have to come out when the rotation dictates that they're in the front row.
Nice spot there from Romero Lozano, finding the open spot on the court on the left side, just placing it right where she needed it. Nobody was home.
Short serve shanked by Valentine, and Kelsey Turner calls her first timeout here of set 2 as they trail 12-9 here on Cable 10.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfort families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service, or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com.
FPB knows reliable internet is more important than ever. It lets us work from home, share life with family and friends, and make vital connections online. To help, qualifying customers can now access the new Affordable Connectivity Program and step up to fast, reliable FPB internet at a savings of up to $30 per month. Learn more about this new opportunity. Visit FPB online today.
There's Coach Dale Atkins, head coach at Franklin County High School, giving a little signal to the server, telling her what area he wants her to serve into.
That was before the put one in the net.
I'm impressed here by this young lady right here. That's Abigail Lukey. She's just a freshman, and she has been up there to make the play on the front row. Sometimes gets the block, sometimes in the net.
Speaking of making plays, Kiana Taylor just put Valentine on the business end of a big old spike.
That was a facial. When you don't have time to put your hands up to protect the moneymaker, you know that they're bringing some heat. Again, the Lady Panthers got to be a little bit more aggressive. A pass goes like that, you should not wait for the setter to help, to yell help, because there's no way they're getting to it. You need to help your setter out a little bit. That pass just a little bit too tight to the net.
Taylor puts it down, and the unforced errors by Frankfort are kind of killing them right now. It's sort of a tense moment because you got beat so badly in that first set, and then here you are in the second set. You're hanging with them. It was 8-8 at one point, and you kind of get that feel of like, I don't want to let it slip away, get out of reach, and then they make these unforced errors, really, that just letting points fall to their feet.
Efron spikes into the net. Another point for the Lady Flyers. I believe that's LeRae Hetty serving. Like you said earlier, Jason, it all starts with the pass, and Frankfort High unable to make a good pass off the serve.
Yeah, the initial hit went off to the left. Efron with a nice diving effort, trying to bring it back, just couldn't get enough air on it to be able to have a teammate do anything with it.
That was a nice spot. It just didn't clear the net. Would have been a good idea. And Coach Turner calls her second and final timeout of this set. We'll be back for the remainder after this on Cable 10.
When I was growing up in Frankfort, things seemed simpler, safer than they are today. In high school, our biggest worries or who to ask to the dance if we were going to win the game on Friday night. Today, our kids face drugs, violence, and social media pressures that we didn't have. As your Franklin County attorney, I will launch drug and mental health courts to help address these issues. I'm Max Comley, and I ask for your vote.
Welcome back. Clint Goins and Jason Hyatt here with you at the F.D. Wilkinson Gymnasium for the 41st District Volleyball Tournament. Franklin County won set 1, and they're leading here in set 2, as you can see, 18-10.
Frankfurt High is going to need to stop the bleeding here if they're going to get back in this one, because it has been slipping through their fingers.
And that is long.
That one didn't really require too much reading on the Franklin County part. You could tell when that one came off the hand, that was going to sail.
Hetty has been back there serving for a long time. I think this might be her 10th consecutive serve coming up. Nice spot there. Took some off and just laid it right in there.
I think she's toying with him at this point.
Yeah. Let's see what she does this time. It's it deep this time. And again, pass not so good. And Lady Panthers can't get it over.
Yeah, first pass, not good. The second pass, not much better. It's hard to put one over when you're on the third hit, when you're going the wrong way, 30 feet from the net.
And I think that pass pushed Craycraft into the net. Got a decent pass that time, but the bump set was to the wrong team. Oh, good dig there. But the kill is into the net, and now we have set point.
That was Lukey.
Yes.
Saving it for the moment, but just to tell you what kind of a run Franklin County has been on, you know, they took care of business 25-12 in that first set. This one was, I know, 8-8,
yes,
at least. And now we're here a point away from Franklin County winning this set, but 2 points better than they did the first set.
I think this was Hetty's 15th serve, and she takes it to the house. So Franklin County wins set 2 in an even better fashion than set 1, 25-10. The third set is coming up next here on Cable 10.
Game of the Week halftime show is brought to you by Classic Gold. Art-carved class rings are available at Classic Gold Master Jewelers on 859 East Main Street.
Classic Gold Master Jewelers has an amazing selection of jewelry that anyone will love. Classic Gold also provides custom services like pearl restringing, engraving, watch repair, ring resizing, and custom designs. Classic Gold Master Jewelers, 859 East Main Street.
Frankfort is a city of contrast, rich in nature's beauty, steeped in history, and centrally located. We should be a hub of activity for business, education, and entertainment, but we're stuck in company town mindset. It's just our company is state government. I'm Dawn Hale. To thrive, we must expand our tax base. That means Frankfort needs to be business friendly and provide a quality of life that attracts new people and businesses.
It's the dawn of a new day in Frankfort. Vote Dawn Hale for City Commission.
All right, Jason, let's take a look at some highlights brought to you by Classic Gold Master Jewelers. That's a little, the guy getting his workout is baby bench press.
That dad strength doesn't just come out of nowhere, all right? You got to work for it.
This is where Frankfort High ties it up 8-8. And, you know, they were playing well. And then it's just like the wheels just came off.
Yeah, it went 17-2 after that point. And it was a mixture of good plays from Franklin County and just mental mistakes and bad passing on the side of the Panthers.
Yeah, and there's that short ball by Hetty. Nice serve. And here's the last play of set 2.
Kiana Taylor putting it down across the court.
Gets it in there. And the Flyers take a 2-0 lead, winning that one 25-10. So Frankfort High on the verge of ending their season if they don't do something different here in set 3. It's the best 3 out of 5. We will again go to 25. But if Franklin County were to win, they would advance to the finals tomorrow night, which we will also bring you here on Cable 10. And just like in basketball, the winner of the district and the runner-up both will advance to the region.
So in a sense,
the 11th region.
Tonight is really maybe the more important night of the two.
Yes.
Although you'd obviously
Yes.
like to have the hardware at the end of it.
Yes, and you know, if you win the district, you get a better, technically, I guess, a better seed at the region. You may get to host the first round game. I'm not real sure, but you will play the runner-up from some other district.
For Frankfort High here in this third set, obviously, they've got to get Kendall Cook involved more.
Yes.
The problem there is that you've got to get a pass up front to be able to do that, and they've just really struggled with that lately here, have the Lady Panthers. But they got to find a way to get some passes up to their setter Craycraft so that she can tee something up for Cook to make some noise.
Yes. But they'll most likely will be together for the next couple of years. Cook a sophomore, Craycraft a freshman. So, talking to Coach Turner before the match, she said this is the 18th rotation they have used this year. So, you know, it makes it a little rough when you've got injuries and you've got young players. Nice swing. That was Taylor again, wasn't it?
It was.
She also just a sophomore, 5'11". That's the thing. Franklin County's got about 4 or 5 players in the 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", and Frankfort High's tallest player is Cook at 5'7". So when one team has almost a complete rotation that's, you know, 4 inches taller than you, boy, don't you hate those net serves? They made that legal about 20, 25 years ago, and I never have liked it, except for when it goes in my favor.
Another good shot there.
Flyers picking up where they left off.
Was that Collins on that one?
May have been. I didn't see. Really? We've not called her name. She's number 11. Another free ball coming over. It's by Efron. And that goes out. Here's a look at that previous play to try to see who it was that put it down.
Was indeed.
Number 11, yes.
Emma Collins.
Goes
Junior.
down the line. Before with the pass, and the swing by Collins is long that time.
Yeah, she got that first one down, but got maybe a little excited on the last couple, sending those a little bit deep.
Bump set here, and probably didn't go where they wanted it to. So Frankfurt High ties it up again here early, 3-3. Valentine serving. The ball tipped over by Taylor.
Good adjustment in the air because it looked like that was a little bit behind where she was expecting. Kind of reach back over her head and dink it over.
Yes. Another strong serve shanked out of bounds by the Panthers.
It's Parker doing the damage now for Franklin County.
And leaves it short. I got a feeling that Coach Atkins really works on his girls' serves and how to place them. You see a player struggling on the other team, that's the person you want to serve to. That ball is blocked by Cook.
Kind of an awkward play, honestly. I thought Cecil was maybe trying to drop one over the net on the pass. I guess it was
maybe
trying to be set.
But the four wanted to hit it
She
anyway.
really had to reach for it.
That one is blocked, but it's out of bounds. So point Franklin County.
Good job by Cook to get up there. I think she was just too far away from the net. Can't leave that space or else that's exactly what happens. It just comes down straight down on you like that.
Lindsay Pfister, the senior libero, serving it up. That's Perkins with the kill.
For Frankfurt, that was actually, they finally got a good pass off the serve. The set, though, kind of trailed back away from the net. Cook couldn't do anything with it.
Well, they got a good job of putting Cook up there against DeFore, but you know, DeFore is 6'1", so she's got 5 inches, and Cook, you know, sometimes she blocks it down, but most of the time you're only able to slow it down, get a touch. As was the case right there. Well, she blocked it back that time. But whenever Cook slows it down, you've got to have your teammates come in behind you and pick it up. That was a pretty fair dig by Craycraft there. Right in position.
But DeFore, she brought some heat on that one, and honestly, I was impressed that anybody was able to get that up to start with. And it was Efron coming over, trying to, you know, get it out of the sideline just about.
Pfister serve. out of bounds. Cook will now serve for Frankfort High. Perkins bumped it over. Ephraim will bump it over. Free ball here for the Flyers with 4. And with Cook on the back row, she can swing away. Izzy Cecil will now serve, and Porter checks in. Lady Flyers. Good pass. Set to the left-hander. A little leaking, but it's blocked back.
That is Emma Perkins.
Serve into the net.
At this point for Frankfort High, you'll take them any way you can get them.
That's right. It's important also to get your serves in. It's always important, but it's really important now. You don't want to just give them points by serving into the net. Before puts it down, before Craycraft can get her hands up there.
And a really nice back set. See right here, Cecil right back over top of her head. That's perfect positioning.
Sophie DeFore now serving for the Lady Flyers. Cook with a nice pass. Craycraft. It's behind Lukey. I'm surprised that ball got up. I thought it was down. But Cook was able to get underneath of it. But Franklin County still wins the point.
Perkins has been controlling the net here in this third set.
They're from into the net. She's had a rough night with that.
Well, and it's tough too because she can't jump being a back row player, so she has to take that swing. Well, it's not that she can't jump; she could jump. She just can't hit the ball when it's higher than the net. So
she has to hit it flat.
It makes it more difficult.
All right, Frankfort High calls timeout. Back in just a little bit here on Cable 10. I am literally salivating about the prospect of next band coming to my neighborhood. I cannot wait. So, well, not literally salivating. Figuratively salivating for next band. Franklin County with the 9-point lead, and I don't think Cook meant to do that.
Yeah, I think last second probably realized she was jumping in front of her own teammate. But hey, at least that was
you're being aggressive. So that's good. That's, in my opinion, that's what Frankfort High needs, is to be a little bit more aggressive. A little long, the swing by Collins. Ella Johnston, the sophomore, checking into the game for Franklin County. Dale Atkins now getting some of his younger players some playing time, which is important in a district tournament. That's the team of the future.
That was a kill for Collins.
Nice attempt there by Kendall Cook. And now we've got Mallory Walton, another sophomore. But she's 5'10". They set Cook back row. I don't think she was ready for it. Oh, that was a good idea. Just a little bit long.
Yeah, that was Lily Ballantyne.
That was a good cut.
Just about, yeah, cut it right across the net there. Just about 8 or 10 inches too far.
Nice pass. Nice set, nice swing, but it's dug up by the Flyers. And they're calling a double again. I'm not sure if Cecil was the one that set that one. Yeah, that's number 7, Johnston. Both teams here run a 5-1 offense, and I think Johnston is the backup to Izzy Cecil. A swing by Collins into the net.
Maybe it's just me, but it looked like on that point that Johnston was a little quicker on the sets, kind of popping it there, trying to avoid the double contacts, not getting those sets up as high as she was before. May have contributed to Collins putting it in the net.
We also got Holly Marshall, a freshman, into the game for Franklin County. I did not see her check in, but that's her right there hitting it. And that one is not going to clear.
Earlier we talked about sometimes you can hit the ball 4 times and it's okay. That was not one of those times.
Franklin County now has a lot of their JV players into the game. And that's too long. Collins hits it too hard.
That's at least 3 that she's gone long on.
We just brought Lorraine Hetty back into the game. And, well, that must have been contacting because it gave Franklin County the point. Hetty, who went on like a 15-0 serving run in set 2, serves that one. Collins blocked back. Pfister sends it over. And double contact.
That's tough for Frankfurt High. That was the best looking point they've had probably the whole set.
Efron sends it over. And I think that was, who was that?
It was Walton.
Walton. M-A-L-E-R-I-C is what's on the roster. So I assume you pronounce that Malrick.
Until we're told otherwise, that's what we'll do.
That's right. Cook got a nice set there. Oh, rolls it across the net for the point. Does Collins. Coach Turner calls her final timeout of the match. We'll come back for the finish here next on Cable 10.
In 1972, a young David Tolles vowed to jump the Kentucky River on his big wheel. He did not make it. We can rebuild him. We have the capability to make the world's perfect mechanic. Better, stronger, faster. David Tolles Tires and Auto Service on Duncan Road.
Welcome back, folks, to FD Wilson's Gymnasium. Franklin County on a roll here. They won the first set 25-12, the second set 25-10, and they lead here in the third 22-11. They finished first in the district during the season play, and we can see why. They nearly flawless. Kendall Cook sends it long. A good no contact by Holly Marshall there. Here's Hetty again, going to close it out perhaps for Franklin County. That swing in the net. Coach Turner still coaching over there. Still telling the girls what to do, what she wants, what she expects.
Fitting here that Hetty would get a chance to put this one away on the serve. Crafts
over to Cook. She goes line, didn't put much on it though, and that swing into the net by Emma Collins. Valentine will serve it up. And that's going to end it, folks. Franklin County wins 25-12. They win the match, and we will come right back with the play and player of the game, perhaps. Stay with us here on Cable 10.
The Game of the Week Play of the Game is brought to you by Bill McCoy Insurance Agency, celebrating over 47 years in business. With over 15 companies to shop and collectively over 100 years of experience, call, visit us, or request quotes on BillMcCoyInsuranceAgency.com.
You look pretty busy, friend. Why try and manage that much insurance by yourself? A local trusted choice independent insurance agent can guide you through it. We'll help with the research, help determine your coverage needs at the right prices, assist with claims, and adapt to your family's needs as they change at no extra cost to you. So, we'll do your insurance. You just do you.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Esprit Credit Union. Esprit Credit Union wishes all of our local teams a great season. Score $5 for your school while showing your support with a spirited debit card, featuring your school's colors and mascot. Who will raise the most? Open an Esprit Spirited account today and let the rivalry continue. Federally insured by NCUA.
Esprit Credit Union wishes all our local teams a great season. Score $5 for the high school of your choice simply by opening a spirited account featuring your school colors and mascot on your debit card. Show your support. Flyers, Panthers, or Wolverines. Who will raise the most? Go to Esprit.org today. Choose wisely. Western Hills, Franklin County, Frankfort High. Let the rivalry continue. Federally insured by the NCUA.
And now it's time for the Bill McCoy Play of the Game. here's Hetty serving, and she just drops it in there in front of practically everybody.
Yeah, she had set them up with a deep serve right before that, got everybody taking a step back, and then dropped it in right over the net just perfectly.
Yes, she finished that second set with 15 serves in a row. And now we'll look at the Esprit Credit Union player of the game. And there's a lot that we could pick from, really. We're going to give it looks like, to Lorraine Hetty. She has served it many times.
There it is.
Oh, okay. So are we well, let's give it a tie. A tie between Hetty and Romero Lozano. How about that?
Yeah, Hetty was getting it done from behind the back line, and Romero Lozano took care of business up at the net. So between the two of them, they certainly, that's right.
Players of the game. How about that? Thank you, Esprit Credit Union and Bill McCoy Insurance, for your sponsorship. Folks, we're going to step aside here for about 15 to 20 minutes, let's say, and then we'll come back with the second match of the night, and that's between the Western Hills Wolverines and the Great Crossing Warhawks. That's next here as the Cable 10 41st District Tournament coverage continues. See you in a few.